Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at Pablo Picasso's work. We're going to look at his portraits, and then we're going to make a Cubist portrait inspired by Pablo Picasso. So first we're going to take a look at some examples of his work. So as you could see from the examples, the faces are kind of distorted and almost like the facial aspects are like shattered. So like the eyes are in two different spots they would normally be. You might have two like perceptions of where the noses are, and the mouth is usually kind of in a crooked spot. The ears might be off balance. So, and I was mostly inspired by the last one that had like the eyes closed with kind of this like shattered, pieced apart look to it. And Picasso did this because he thought that it was important to make artwork that represented kind of how you see things. You know, we are constantly seeing things in movement rather than sitting still and perfectly. So he's capturing all these different aspects of the face while it's kind of moving. So we're going to make a portrait similar to that with this Cubist shattered effect to it. And Picasso kind of, you know, he led the Cubist movement as a new form of artwork where things didn't have to look realistic. So I think it's fun to celebrate his work. So I'm using just regular computer paper, and you can color with crayons, markers, colored pencils, any of that is fine. And you're actually just going to make 5 folds. I did try to make one that kind of put my paper in half because I wanted to do that, the half portrait. And then besides that, all my folds are just kind of random. So there's 2, 3, and they can be shorter, you know, smaller. Is that 4 or 5? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Okay. So once you have all 5 folds, you're going to just trace them with your pencil or marker. So I'm just drawing these lines on so I can see them better. And these lines are going to give that Cubist kind of shattered look to them. Okay, so from here I can start to figure out how I want to organize the face. So in my example, I tried to find like where would I want to add like the cheeks, what about the chin, what about the hair. So I started with the outline of the face first, so I think I'm going to do that again. So I might have like a jawline and a cheek here, and then the chin. So I'm essentially like drawing a face inside of my shattered viewpoint here. And then keep in mind too that it's almost like a puzzle with all these moving pieces, and it might, you know, like the head might be really tall in one instance and the hair might not quite, like, so you can see here like this side of the head is much taller than this one, like that's totally okay. And then I can have like the neck. And then I did add, I almost wanted like a little shirt collar. Okay, can you guys see my pencil? Oh yeah, okay. And then I liked having the hair. And then I've got an ear on this side. So I'm just adding now different parts of the face. So I might have This one I'll make the hair going down. Okay. So here's my Picasso face so far. So I've got the head, and I've got the neck, the shirt. This side of the head has like longer hair, while this one has the hair up kind of in a bun. And then I think I'm good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the eyes now. So thinking about Picasso and how things are kind of in all different places, like normally eyes would be symmetrical, right? I'm going to, I think I'm gonna have this side have the open eye this time and this one have the closed one. So I'm just gonna draw, and he draws his portraits with kind of exaggerated features. So I'm making like pretty large eyelashes. I just want to make sure you can see my pencil. Yeah. He uses a lot of shapes in his artwork. And then this one I might have the open eye here up at the top. Sorry, I'm thinking. Maybe I'll do it up here. And just looking straight on, and again with the pretty thick eyelashes. And then maybe I'll have the eyebrow actually all the way up here. So remember, these kind of portraits would be considered not realistic, right? His artwork is definitely more abstract. And then I can do part of a nose here. And he would kind of, you know, exaggerate like the nose. And then, so then I've got the mouth, and I might actually just put the mouth over here and make it very simple. Okay. And then I can do like the other corner of it down here. Okay, so there's my two faces kind of like shattered. I don't need to do the ear over here because the hair would be in the way, and I think I might actually add, I liked having the tone, like the stripes of the hair, so I think I'm going to do that again. Okay, so again, I'm just having fun with my portrait, picking out some fun things to do with it, totally up to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna quickly just go through and Sharpie this all, so I'll do that on a time lapse. Okay, so I went over and traced my Sharpie lines. Now I'm gonna think about color, and again, I kind of really divided my paper in half in terms of making this side with like cooler colors, blues and greens, and this warmer colors, some pinks, oranges, yellows. So it's up to you on how you want to color your picture. I just thought the way the two faces were, they're obviously very kind of different moods. So I wanted to go with two different colors. So I am gonna do coloring on a time lapse. And while I was sharpening too, I was thinking about, you know, you could do a portrait of a boy, a girl. You could do a portrait, like a shattered Cubist portrait of an animal if that interests you more. I just want you to enjoy it and think about different views of the face. So is one looking from the side? Is one looking forward? Is one looking down or up or straight forward? So all things to think about when you're making your portrait. So now I'm going to color. So I hope you guys enjoy watching that, and then I'll touch base with you at the end. Okay, whew, that was a lot of coloring. My hands are tired. And then I realized too that while I was doing the time lapse, the sun is like coming through, so it might be hard to see sometimes. But this is my finished Picasso portrait. I ended up going with like purples on one side and greens and blues on the other side. I thought that would just be something different and fun. And I hadn't done that before. So here are my two portraits. The purple side is a little dark on the video, but I think it looks cool in person. So remember, I kind of used these areas where we folded and made those lines as a guide to show where we could make that cubist effect of it looking kind of shattered. So I changed color anytime I got to a fold, as well as I kind of moved like pieces of the hair so it almost looked like a shattered mirror. So these are my Picasso portraits, and if you do this, I would love to see your artwork, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.